Jesus wants a church that stands firm. Jesus said this to the church at Smyrna. He said, "Be faithful even to the point of death, and I will give you the crown of life." It didn't take long for the point of death to come for the people at Smyrna. Smyrna's most famous pastor was a man named Polycarp. Polycarp was arrested for being an atheist because he worshiped in a temple that didn't have a visible God in it. At his trial, the governor ordered Polycarp to curse Christ. And Polycarp answered, 86 years I've served him and he's done me no wrong. How could I curse the king who saved me? So then the governor said, then I'll throw you to the lions. And Polycarp said, bring on your lions. And the governor got upset and he said, well, if you scorn the lions, then I'm going to throw you to the fire. And Polycarp said, you try to threaten me and scare me with fire that lasts only for an hour, but you forget about the fire of hell that never goes out. And with that, Polycarp was burned at the stake. Polycarp stood firm. He was faithful even to the point of death. Will you stand firm even to the point of death? It's easy for us to say we will, but please understand that it's much more difficult to live a martyr than to die a martyr. Think about this. To go out in a blaze of glory like Polycarp, that seems really glorious. I think sometimes we get this idea that standing firm with Jesus is like our life is a $100 bill and we're throwing it down on the table and we're saying, here it is, Lord, I'm giving everything. But you're watching this video right now, and I'm still here. For most of us, that's not how it works. Instead, God asks us to take the $100 bill to the bank and change it in for quarters. Standing firm, remaining faithful, means standing with Jesus 25 cents here, 50 cents there. Saying or doing the right thing at school or work, even if it's not the popular thing, 25 cents. Holding to all of God's promises, even when life is falling apart, 25 cents. Admitting that Jesus is more important than sleeping in or popularity or family or friends, 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents. Being faithful means standing firm with Jesus in all of those little ways, 25 cents at a time. And that can be tiring. But listen to what Jesus says to you and to me when we go through troubles for standing firm with him. Twice he says in this section these two beautiful words. He says, I know. I know. Isn't that in itself comforting? When you need to speak Christ's truth to someone who is clinging to Satan's lie, the one who does not change says, I know. When you're being ridiculed for your faith, the eternal Jesus says, I know. When you are spending quarter after quarter after quarter and you don't know how much more of yourself you can spend for Jesus, the one who is the first and the last says, I know. And if that's all he had said, that would be enough. But there's more. And we'll look at that tomorrow. Do you need encouragement standing firm in your faith? If so, comment below, click subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. What do you look for in a church home? Most people, after they visit a church, they'll talk about what they liked and didn't like. Hopefully, they'll talk about the message that was preached. Did that church preach Jesus and what he